Hello and welcome to my indoor video on my plant shelf that I have here, which mostly has carnivorous plants on it right now, but soon in the winter when it gets too cold we'll have all my plants that are outside on it as well. Alright, let's get started. Up here in these egg pods, nothing's coming up yet. I might end up just planting some new seeds in there or some new plants because there's nothing really growing in those, so those ones aren't working very well. These plants are doing pretty good here. The plants in the middle are finally starting to die off. That's just a seasonal plant that I got, I think, in Easter. Still, it's just finally starting to die off. So then in here, I replaced this because the plants inside here weren't growing very well. But this has a bunch of random pitcher plant seeds in it. It's American pitcher plant and some cobra lily seeds in here. So those I finally took out of the fridge. They were in the fridge for the past 6 weeks going through a dormancy because that helps the seeds germinate when they come out and it's nice and warm. So those are in here, and eventually those will start to sprout, hopefully. So that's what's in there. Now we'll go to my middle shelf, which has all my other carnivorous plants on it. So I'll start over here. My American pitcher plant is doing pretty good. It has a nice little tall one growing right up there, so that's nice. They're probably about 1 inch to 2 inches tall right now, so they're doing pretty good. Eventually those should get a lot bigger, so there, it's just a baby plant right now. Over here we have my first Nepenthe. It's my Dreaming Angel Nepenthe. Has that picture there. The newest one is right there, and the next one will probably be right there. This is my newest Nepenthe that I have. It's smaller than the others right now, and so far it's doing pretty good. Eventually they'll start growing as fast and as big as the other ones, but it just takes a little bit of time to get used to everything. Then we have my Venus flytrap here, my B52. Has traps all over the place and it's growing like crazy, so that's doing pretty good here. Then we have my Torrential Sin Nepenthe, and it has the biggest pitcher right here. It's a pretty big pitcher, probably about 2.5 inches tall, probably. Pretty big pitcher there. Then there's another one here. This is the newest open pitcher right here. It's smaller than the other one, but it's the newer one. And then the next pitcher is right here. That's doing really good. And here's my generic Venus flytrap. It's actually starting to finally grow some good traps again. This is one of the newest open traps right here, so that's good. Then we have probably my fastest growing Nepenthe right here, which is the Jolly Twist. There's a picture right there. That's the newest open picture right there. The newest picture that's growing is this one right here. It's a lot bigger than the other ones. It's about twice the size of any of the other pictures on here. Just like my Torrential Sin, it grew a very big picture and then started growing smaller ones again. And now this is growing a very big picture. And we'll see if this next one over here turns out to be a big one or another small one. So just have to stay tuned, subscribe to my videos, and see what comes out next week. So, and then we have my Australian pitcher plant right here. Getting a bunch of little small ones all over the place here. A few little leaves right there. I think there's 2 plants in here, but they are right next to each other, so it might just be 1 plant in there. Otherwise there's that pitcher right there, so just have to see what happens. Then we have my sundew right here in this egg pod. I grew all the sundews I have grown from seeds, so, and everything in these egg pods I also grew from seeds. The Nepenthes, the American pitcher plant and the Venus flytraps over here, I did not grow from seeds. The ones in these egg pods I have. So these are all little Venus flytraps that I grew from seeds. And they're doing very good in those little egg pods. Then we have my little bog garden I have here. I have one little opening so I can check the water level in it and see that very easily, and that's just where I fill it. But otherwise, I have a bunch of little sundews all over the place in here, and they're growing pretty well. Finally decided to leave the cover off to see how everything starts doing, and everything's still doing really good. They're catching lots of little fruit flies and gnats all over the place. You can see that one has one right on one of the leaves there. This one over here has a few of them. So those are doing good. Then over here, I planted a bunch of seeds in this area right around here, but I don't see any sundews popping up over here yet. Just have to stay tuned and see when those grow. Alright, those are my carnivorous plants, and I just have a few other random ones here. This is a little succulent here. It looks kind of like looks a lot like an onion. It's not, but that's coming back to life. That was basically dead a few weeks ago, but has sprung back up as soon as I started taking better care of it. We got my habanero pepper plants, which were planted the same time as the ones outside, but they're growing a lot slower, and we'll see what happens to them. I'll just keep growing them as long as they stay alive. So otherwise, they're doing pretty good in here. So that is my plant shelf. I hope you liked the video. If you have any questions or comments, just leave them down in the comments, and please subscribe. It will help me out. And then share the videos if you like, and I'll see you next week. Thank you for watching.